God, as we gather as your children here this night, we ask that you would guide our meeting, that you would bless our words, that you would give us wisdom and discernment as we reach out and care for the great city of Tullahoma. To this end, we ask that you bless our meeting and bless us in our service to you and to one another. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir. We'll now have the roll call, please.
We just have one absent.
One absent tonight, but we do have a forum. Okay. Proclamation. Snoopy, are you going to read the proclamation? Yes, you are.
This is the proclamation regarding Fentanyl Awareness Day, which is tomorrow, April 29th, 2025. Whereas the tragedy of fentanyl overdose continues to affect too many Tennessee families, with 2,720 deaths from fentanyl overdose in 2023, and whereas fentanyl overdose is involved in 3 out of 4 fatal overdoses and continues to be the driver of the dramatic increase in overdose deaths in Tennessee. And whereas drug overdose and the deaths associated with fentanyl are preventable through intervention, training, distribution, education, and outreach, whereas individuals who suffer an overdose and survive can be connected with treatment services, successfully complete a program, and live a life of recovery from a substance use disorder. And whereas countless Tennesseans have done just that and today proudly serve their state, increasing resiliency, recovery, and independence of their neighbors through overdose prevention, substance use treatment, and countless other fruitful initiatives. And whereas National Fentanyl Awareness Day unites major corporations, community groups, nonprofits, government agencies, school campuses, and families to take action to prevent young lives from deadly fentanyl and fake prescription pills. Furthermore, it is an opportunity for all Tennesseans to stand beside those who have lost loved ones to an overdose and those who have substance abuse disorder and are diligently working toward recovery. Now, therefore, I, Lynn Seaborn, Mayor of City of Tullahoma, Tennessee, on behalf of the Board of Mayor and Aldermen and citizens, do hereby declare the Tuesday, April 29th, 2025 as Fentanyl Awareness Day in Tullahoma and encourage public officials, educators, emergency responders, corporations, community groups, nonprofits, families, and all the people of Tullahoma to join me in this worthy observance.
Are they here?
Yes, sir.
Anyone? We're going to give this to you. Or somebody.
Thank you very much.
And do you all want to come up on stage?
And if one of you all want to say something afterwards, you can.
I think you sure want to.
Yes. I'll say a couple things. My name is Dustin Ritchie. I'm the Regional Overdose Prevention Specialist for the Tennessee Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services. I started this work about 7 years ago. I'm a person in long-term recovery, and these substances affected my life greatly. Not just my life, but my family's life also. And so I got into doing what I'm doing to try to get back to the community and to try to save other people from walking down that same road. Fentanyl continues to be a scourge in our communities. 2,720 individuals passed away in 2023 from a fentanyl overdose, although our recent data does show a decrease in overdose death. The overdoses aren't stopping. There's more avenues to access naloxone now, and so we're actually seeing more people survive those overdoses due to the efforts around the different communities from everyone working. So I just want to thank everybody here for this proclamation signing. Thank y'all for everything that y'all do to try to help combat this dangerous substance.
Good morning. Evening. My name is Alan Burnett. I'm the Coffee County Recovery Court Director. I'm also heading up the Coffee County Collaborative Coalition. I myself am in long-term recovery. I struggled with addiction a little over 20 years. Just celebrated 18 years of sobriety. And tomorrow, we're going to be doing some outreach over at Ada Farrell Apartments. So we're going to read the proclamation. We want to invite you all to come out, help reduce that stigma related to the disease of addiction. I know that it's hard for a lot of people to make it to a lot of the meetings that we host. So in order for community to be a community, sometimes community got to go to these places that some people just don't want to go to. So we're going to do outreach over there in those apartments. I know that over the past year since I've been director here at Coffee County, there's been numerous overdoses out there, and there's been some overdose deaths out there. So we're going to go out there and raise some awareness, bring resources, bring some free naloxone. Hopefully we can be able to feed those children as well as those families. So that's what we're here to do. We're here to bring about change here in this county as well as the state. Also, in our office over at Recovery Court, we have our Family Treatment Court coordinator, Miss Amanda Reed.
Does she not want to say anything?
No, sir.
No, sir.
I'd love to put her on the spot. She's never been.
You would love to.
She'd already told me up there, I'm not speaking. No.
What time is the Ada Farrell? 4 o'clock, I'm sorry. I think
have it.
Miss Snoopy,
Okay.
Miss Zenobia.
Right.
She's got some flyers for you guys.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
During each one of our meetings, we always allow our citizens, as long as it is related to what's on our board of mayor and aldermen. If you have anything from the citizen that would like to speak, you have 3 minutes to do so. We would like for you to do that now, please. No one? So,
Yeah, there's
come on, get up here.
I'm not sure if it's related to what y'all have going on today, but I just wanted to apologize. I was supposed to be here probably on April the 14th for the nonprofits for the funding piece. My name's Derek Hain. I'm from Vocational Rehabilitation Services in Coffee County. And what we do is we help individuals with disabilities prepare for and go to work. I'd been in contact with Ms. Paige Jackson, and she recommended that I come today and just speak and to answer any questions. I've submitted my funding packet. Everything's on time. But I just wanted to come up here and say my piece and just say thank you for continuing to fund us. I hadn't missed a meeting in like 4 years, so I felt really terrible about missing for the nonprofits on the funding day. That's pretty much all I had. I won't take up too much more of your time. I just want to say thank you. And
Do you have any questions? Alderman? Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you all.
Glad you came. Now we need to go to the approval of the agenda. Need to have a motion and a second, please. Bobby Wilson and Zenobia. Let's vote. Where'd he go? 6-0, so we do have a quorum. All right. Reports from the Aldermen. Mr. Toma?
Thank you, Coach. I attended 2 meetings since our last board meeting. One of them was the 911 meeting, and virtually right now they're in Bonnaroo mode. So they're preparing for that festival. I also attended the Tullahoma Utility Authority Board. One thing that was brought up there that just blew me away, there said there's approximately 1,000 lots available, residential lots available in Tullahoma, and that's before the potential one, was it?
Summerlin.
Yeah, Summerlin. Which indicates there's a lot of opportunities for people to move into Tullahoma and acquire lots, and they're saying that they are seeing activity. So that's all I have to report.
Mr. Glick?
Not really a report, but I do have I want to call attention to something because a lot of people have talked to me about it, and I know at least one other alderman, Alderman Byrd, I've heard him mention it before too, but the condition of some of the parking lots of our shopping centers in Tullahoma. I know that it's not the city's standpoint. A lot of people comment to me, I always tell them that's not city property, we can't pave it. We have trouble enough paving our own roads, and we need to get that in order, and hopefully we will in our budget process and moving forward. I know we've made strides to do that. But the condition of those parking lots of the shopping centers are pretty bad in a lot of cases. And I think it is really a reflection on Tullahoma as people come in. A lot of them that come into Tullahoma, most of what they see is the parking lots of the shopping centers where they come to shop. And if we do not have a code that addresses it, that we could try to enforce a little property maintenance on those parking lots, we should look into maybe making one. And if we do have a code, I would like to see a little better enforcement of it. Secondly, another thought I had was maybe just a friendly letter to all those shopping center owners from the city, and maybe include some pictures, because I know a lot of them are out-of-town owners, of the condition of the parking lots, and ask them just nicely if they would look into maintaining those parking lots. It's for their own good as well as everybody's. So, but that's all I have.
Okay. Mr. Byrd?
Thank you. At the last Arts Council meeting, there was a discussion about a possible mural that might be coming to Fraser McEwen Park. There was a special call TAEDC meeting, and they were able to vote to send to the board the upcoming Summerlin TIF. I was also able to attend Easter at South Jackson, and that was an incredible event and a perfect day for it. And then also, I missed the speech for it, but I was able to go to the Arbor Day event at Fraser McEwen. The trees look great. The sign is very informative, and I'm happy to see that. Thank you.
Ms. Bobby?
Thanks, Mayor Pro Tem. This morning, I met with members of the Highland Rim Bicycle Club Board, along with our city administrator, planning director, and director of public works, to discuss bicycle safety concerns and ideas for improving cycling conditions in Tullahoma. Key topics we discussed included the need for safer crossing points over major roadways, opportunities to expand or improve bicycle lanes, and ideas for better signage and public awareness campaigns to promote bicycle safety throughout the city. For example, did you know there's a 3-foot law in Tennessee requiring drivers to maintain at least a 3-foot clearance when passing cyclists? That creates a safe buffer zone, and I think a lot of people aren't aware about that. It's a law. As an avid cyclist myself, I'm passionate about supporting bicycle safety and connectivity initiatives. I recognize the importance of creating a safe, accessible environment for all of our cyclists in our community, and I'm committed to helping advance these efforts. The club offered valuable insights and expressed a strong willingness to collaborate with the city. Today's meeting was a productive first step, and I look forward to continuing the dialogue as we explore funding opportunities, infrastructure improvements, and additional ways to make Tullahoma a safer, more cyclist-friendly city. And I'll keep the board updated as we move along in those efforts. Thank you.
All right. Ms. McGee.
Thank you so much. First, I want to say thank you to Greg Gressel and the South Jackson Performing Arts Center for partnering with me this year for the 4th annual egg hunt. It was a huge success. We had over 20,000 eggs, and the kids had a ball. I also want to thank Alderman Byrd for volunteering and helping us put up tents and just throw the eggs out there on the grounds. I have an announcement. Saturday, May 3rd, is Purple Olympics. It will be held at Tullahoma High School. You can sign up and make a $50 donation to reserve your T-shirt. Registration and entertainment starts at 8:30. The parade and opening ceremony will begin at 9 o'clock. And at 9:30, the games begin, and at 10:30, there will be a cakewalk. And once again, that is May 3rd, and that's for the Purple Olympics that will be held at Tullahoma High School. And also, I just want to reiterate what Mr. Burnett said about the community outreach event that's going to be happening tomorrow from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. at Ada Farrell Apartments here in Tullahoma. And I just would like to say to those who may be watching that, this Fentanyl Awareness Day, the drug overdoses or the drug usage or the sale of drugs, it has personally affected my family. And so I just want everyone to know that you're not alone. And so tomorrow we hope to be there just to bring some encouragement to someone who may be going through a tough time. Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Worsham?
We don't have a report tonight, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Quick?
Thank you, Mayor. Just a few things. Recently, we was able to attend a reception breakfast for all the volunteers who volunteer for the Literacy Council, and many of them work at the bookshelf. That was a really good event to see so many people come together and talk about literacy in Tullahoma. And it was really good to hear a lot of the stories from the volunteers about the young people that continue to come to the bookshelf and want to read from books and not read from a computer screen. Arbor Day was held last Friday. If you were not able to attend, I believe there's a link from TUA where they videoed the proceedings. Outstanding job. Lyle, as our city arborist, has done a just unbelievable job in making sure that our tree health and our tree life in the city is really strong right now. Also, there were 3 trees that were planted at Fraser McEwen, along with a sign that gives a description of those trees and their importance. And then what was really good for many of us was George Stickles sent out one of their representatives to talk about the importance the white oak plays in barreling and in what it contributes to the processing and distillation of their spirits. So we were able to find out that a barrel will start out at George Dickel, go to Scotland, wind up coming back to Mexico, and then end its life in the Caribbean filled with rum. So it was really just something good to understand how that works. On Monday, May 5th, we will have the Mayor's Youth Council Job Shadow Day. That's this coming Monday, or a week from today. We're having assignments put together over the course of the next couple of days. It's always a good opportunity for students to understand sort of the workings, the inner workings of City Hall and city departments and how they function, not only separately but function together. Give you a little bit of a highlight of what's coming up for our May 12th meeting. Our May 12th is going to be a big long day, a longer day than one of our typical board meetings has been. Tullahoma City Schools will be presenting their budget on May 12th. We will have our board meeting, and then after that, we will go into study session. So on May 12th, Tullahoma City Schools will be here to provide their budget presentation. We will also be submitting the proposed operating budget that the board will take a look at, and then that's when we'll start making determinations on any additions, deletions, and that's really where a lot of our discussions will occur. Will be on the 12th and then some as well. Alderman Byrd had mentioned about the tax incremental funding agreement that was passed by the TAEDC. That's directly related to the Summerlin development north of Lowe's. So that will be coming to you on May 12th for action. Winston Brooks and I have been working on a one-page summary of really what that all entails. We will include the entire packet, and unless you're an attorney, some of it's just going to be some tough reading. It has been for all of us, but we're going to kind of try to condense that for you. My plan is to get that into your hands as soon as I can, because there is so much for you to take in and to understand. So we will get that in plenty of time for you to have that and be able to look through it. This week, I will be going to the Tennessee City Managers Association meeting in Franklin on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Look forward to that. It's a really good agenda this year that really talks a lot about leadership, talks about growing your leadership team, and ways that you can grow the city and its revenue sourcing, which is always something we're interested in. So I'll be out on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then I just want to say thank you to those of you that reached out to me over the past week when I had a little health issue. The calls meant a lot. The visits, Cernobi came to visit me. That was just made my day. But I want to say thank you for that. And I also want to say thank you to Kenny Pearson, who stepped in and did a wonderful job in the week that I was gone. It's one of those things where the city did great in my absence, and you're like, uh-oh. But no, it was really good. Our team of leadership, we call Leadership Tullahoma, just did an outstanding job of carrying on and having things going. But just want to say thank you to everybody for your well wishes, and that's my report, Mayor.
Thank you, sir. I have one concern more than anything else as far as the mayor's briefing. First of all, I've had, through the city, people have asked me over and over and over, and if I'm not mistaken, tell me, Mr. Glick, didn't we vote in cameras on those trails, Greenway, and all that?
I don't recall.
Well, anyway, we need to get some cameras put out there on the greenways so that these people won't feel like they're threatened by walking. And I've had really, quite a few mamas ask me this, said, why in the world do they not put a camera out there? Well, I can't answer that, but I'm here to answer it now. I think we need to do it.
Yes, sir. I will get with JP. We'll look at Parks and Rec budget and find out what that looks like as far as costs and those types of things.
Right. Okay. We'll go through now the consent agenda. As you know, the consent agenda, all matters are listed, are under one review. So therefore, I need a motion and a second for the consent agenda, item number 2547 from the 14th of April. Got a Kurt Glick motion, Bobby Wilson second, and let's now vote for it. Now we'll go to other unfinished business. First of all, the new business. Ordinance number 1646, an ordinance to amend the zoning map of the city of Tullahoma, Tennessee, as set forth in the Tullahoma Municipal Code, to zone a parcel located at 116 East Warren Street, Coffee County, 124 North, Group East Parcel 805 from restricted industrial warehouse to C3. Ordinance number 1647, these right here follow right along. An ordinance to amend the zoning map for the city of Tullahoma, Tennessee, as set forth by the annual municipal code to be zoned a parcel located at 102 Southwest Atlantic Street, Coffee County. We need to vote on those two. I need a motion and a second, please. All approved?
We'll be voting one at a time, though, right?
Now, one at a time will be 1646. We do have Mr. Glick and Mr. Byrd. Now let's vote yes or no. Passes 6-0. Ordinance 1647. Mr. Glick has got a motion, and Zenobia has a motion. Now we need to vote on that one. Passes 6-0. Agenda item number 2548, a request from the city administrator to approve a quitclaim deed from the city of Tullahoma to Gerwe LLC to confirm the abandonment of the alley deserted behind where's that alley behind? Described as attached deed. We need to vote on whether or not we're going to keep that or not.
Mr. Mayor, if I might say something. I've worked with Mr. Gerwe's attorney and, of course, with Mr. Quick about this matter. This alley was never developed. It was shown on the original town plan of the city of Tullahoma that the developers of the town created back in the 1800s. Because it was never developed, it's never been used by the city as an alley. We're not really exactly abandoning it, we're just declaring that we have no interest in it. Mr. Gerwe owns the property on each side of this 20-foot strip of land that's called an alley. So in that case, we don't have to go through our surplus property procedures in order to get rid of it, and we can just declare, be a quitclaim deed that we have no interest in this property, and I recommend that we do that.
Does that have to be voted on?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
To be voted on.
let's vote on it whether or not that it's a quitclaim deed is in.
That's a question.
Mr. Glick.
He was first, but I'm aware of this situation, and it's my understanding that Mr. Gerwe is planning on developing that property, and his right-of-way was preventing him from doing that. And I'm sure, knowing Mr. Gerwe, whatever he puts there will be something that will be good for the community.
Any other statements?
I have no objections to this. I just wanted everybody to be reassured that this is the same procedure we always use in the process. And that,
For this kind of thing, yes.
right, yeah. So, okay.
So you say he is in the process of doing something with that property?
I have spoken to Mr. Gerwe, and his plans are to develop that. And I don't want to divulge what it's going to be because I'm not sure that's exactly what his plans will end up being. But knowing Mr. Gerwe, I'll pretty well assure you it'll be something done right.
Okay. All right, we will adjourn the new business and we'll go into the beer board.
We'll vote on it.
Oh, we got to vote on it first. Goodness gracious. We have a motion and a second from Mr. Byrd and Mr. Toma. Vote 6-0, so it does pass. We're now adjourned from the new business and we go to the beer board. Nothing on the beer board, unfinished business. Other unfinished business, none. Consent on the approved minutes of April the 14th, 2025. Regular meeting. We need to get the approval of the minutes.
We need a screen. We don't, no, it's still on the,
Motion.
It was, all right.
okay, there we go.
Okay, we got it. Any other new business?
Looks like that's it.
We're now adjourned.
All right.
Good job, man.